It's God Moment here. Shout out to all my God children, my God family, my loves. I just had to, that part right there. Don't lose your faith, don't lose your faith, that's why you fight it. It's gospel music playing in the back. I do not own the rights to the music that is playing in the background. But yes, hi everyone. How y'all doing today? Peace, love, and light is giving that. Woke up early this morning, got to it, and realized that today is a day that I need to take for myself, okay? A personal, okay? One of those, you understand? A personal day to myself. And just processing my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, and things like that. But then also learning that it's time to pull back. You understand? Period. And it's like, yeah, in ways where it's like you have boundaries, right? Yeah, things like that. But it's given like now it's time to assess what you've been doing. I kind of touched bases up on this like a day or two ago, right? Where it's like now it's time for you to stop doing certain things. You understand God has extended some grace to you, and so has your spirit team and the people that you know what I'm saying, are meant to be around and working with at this time. You understand? So it's like take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? And use that time and things like that wisely, right? It's also looking like you got people around, people who've been around you recently and things like that. And it's like you've only been going to a few places doing a few things and stuff like that. But it's given like they expecting to see you all the time and stuff. So it's like a routine, right? You develop a routine. Now we gotta break it. Period. Some of y'all done developed some bad habits. Now it's time to break them. That is the truth as well. Detox time, right? For certain people and stuff like that. If you have not already done it, you understand, peace, love, and light, but it's a collective thing, right? So it's like not just you need to be doing it. All y'all need to be doing it, right? Period. So it's giving like people trying to single you out for something that other people do. And you know what I'm saying as well. It's like when nobody's watching y'all and when you don't give a fuck and we think nobody's giving a fuck, you do what you want to do, right? And some of y'all, it don't even matter. If people watching you or care about what you're doing, you still do what you want to do, right? Period. So that's what it's about as well. And it's and it's like you do what you want to do, but at the same time, like you gotta have some boundaries and for yourself. You understand? And it's like in the beginning of this, I was learning about breaking all of those self-imposed boundaries that were there for out of fear and things like that, right? That's the truth. Now, these are more so to protect you, not because you're afraid, not because you know what I'm saying, you're scared that things are going to go wrong or people are going to judge you and things like that, but this is mainly because you got to do what's best for yourself. So you got to set some boundaries for yourself even, you know what I'm saying, not just those outside people. So it's like I'm hearing somebody is like when it comes to your thoughts and shit, intrusive thoughts kicking in and things, and then you letting whatever that's on your damn mind, when them intrusive thoughts kick in, fly out your mouth. We gotta watch that and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Not just that. What I was talking about the smoking the weed and it's not so much about that, but it's giving other people. Some people smoke more than that, right? Peace, love, and light. Some people do more than that, right? But it's like whatever you were doing, you understand? And it's like it could not be hurting you, right? Physically, it ain't hurting you. It ain't stopping you from handling business, getting to the bag, none of that type of shit. However, it's something that you need to restrict yourself from. You understand? Peace, love, and light. Some of y'all need to restrict yourselves from it. That's how you stop. I don't know who need to hear that, right? Period. You got to be a little bit more hard on yourself where that is concerned, okay? Peace, love, and light. So that part right there. Somebody you were recently helped, okay? Something that you cooked, you understand? Recently, It was like you got a bright idea to make a soup or some shit like that, you know, or some tea, right? And it was just what you needed, okay, at that time. And it's like it's probably some shit you used ingredients and things like that that you never ever used before, when it comes to cooking and things like that. And then God telling me that was a recipe dropped on you by your ancestors, right? And it's like you just was somebody is giving ratatouille, right? You just throwing plenty shit in the pot. Throwing plenty stuff in a pot, right? And it smells so good and things like that, right? It's given, but it tastes like pure medicine. You understand? That's because that's what it was, okay? It was literally like a medicine concoction, okay? God was talking to me about this before in the past, and I was just asleep, you know? So most of my messages get dropped on me when I'm sleeping, and I hear that voice, right? And it was talking about a book of apothecary, right? And it was talking about these people either have it or they're looking for it, right? Bunch of different remedies and recipes and things like that inside this book. However, people were, I guess, trying to use them and they're not working for them, right? And it's because that book belongs to a certain bloodline, to a certain particular family, you understand? And it's like that shit protected in a way where it's not going to work for anybody outside of their family, outside of their bloodline, right? So something, I ain't gonna lie, is giving a cure to HIV, AIDS, herpes, all of them type of diseases that they say are incurable and shit like that. It's only been incurable because the fucking remedies and recipes and shit been in the wrong hands. You understand? Period. That shit ain't incurable. Okay? Peace, love, and light. A lot of that shit ain't incurable. That's what God is saying to me right now. And it's like a lot of that stuff is, a lot of them be spiritual diseases and illnesses and things like that, curses put up on people, families, and bloodlines because they choose to be or do certain things that their ancestors forbid. You understand? So a lot of the shit people be going through be because they ancestors even be on their ass. You understand? Period. Their own ancestors on their ass and shit like that because of their choices and decisions that they've been making and stuff like that. That's what I'm hearing too. Peace, love, and light. So yeah, it's giving like you got some sort of healing abilities. You know somebody else who does as well, okay? And if you don't really know that person, this might be somebody you meant to meet, but you could be just being visited by spirits, you understand, with the lower world here that have that information. And because of who you are, they're providing you with that information and shit. At the same time, everything interconnected. That's why they've been fucking people up. Y'all been cursing your own family members, your own bloodline. Certain people doing witchcraft on their own family to make them lose everything, harming and hurting people in their own family. You understand? And now your ancestors been tearing y'all asses up. Certain people walking around with ailments and illnesses and things like that, and they feeling like somebody else done did it to them and shit like that. But it's more so like you getting beat down by your own ancestors. And they said your mama should have whooped your ass. Looking ass, you wouldn't have been like that. Peace, love, and like you should have got more whoopings and shit. You wouldn't have been like that. You wouldn't have been out here treating people like that and shit. Whoever that is, okay. So somebody, you been detoured with the coyote here, okay. And it's like you picked up some skills, some traits. It's giving spiritual gifts and abilities and shit like that, right? Some jewels. And it's like, but you were sent to the underworld, right? I don't know if some of y'all was in a coma before, period. If somebody was ever in a coma before, somebody I'm hearing it was just in spirit and energy, mentally in a very, 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 very dark place that led you to some dark experiences and shit like that, having dark exchanges with other people as well is what I'm seeing here, and beings. I'm hearing beings because some of them wasn't even people. You know, some of y'all really ran into some real demons and shit like that is what I'm hearing. Peace, love, and light. Taming the wind coming out. Taming the wind, okay, because you had to learn how to do that. Okay, peace, love, and light. Hey, Christy, what's going on, y'all? You had to learn how to do that. So you had to go to very dark territories. Is what I'm seeing here, because you had to learn how to, I don't know why I'm hearing it that way, but it's giving not fight fire with fire, right? Somebody is like, you had to learn how to sometimes go with the flow. Everything not meant to be challenged, that you understand, period. That type of shit as well. It's what I'm seeing here. Some stuff you just meant to let it flow. Let it play out. Let it take its natural course. It's what I'm hearing as well, right? And it's like you could be somebody that was always ready to fix something. You understand? Period. Luminous word coming out is giving like you just been stopping tragedies from happening. It's what I'm seeing here, okay? And some people have been talking about it. Like, shit could be fucking worse, to be honest, is what I'm hearing. Like, if certain shit wouldn't happen, of course, shit would have gotten worse. Shit would be worse, right? Some people are really looking at it for that, seeing the beauty way in your existence and whatever it is that you've been doing, because it's like, why are you going to be mad at the truth? That's what I'm hearing here. You understand? It's like this person ain't did shit but shine light up on the dark, on what was going on behind the scenes in the darkness, especially what they were going through. Mostly what they talk about is shit that they experienced, what they went through. Why you mad at somebody for sharing a truth or whatever? Also, the person sharing a truth also has helped other people to come to perspective about certain things that they've even been through, is what I'm hearing as well. And it's nobody's mad at you. Nobody that's dead and nobody that is alive. You understand? Period. That's what I'm seeing here. You have no enemies. You might have people that don't like you. They might not like the truth. You understand? That's crazy when I said that 1111 up on there. And they might not like the truth. They might not, you know what I'm saying? But you don't got no enemies. That's what I'm seeing here. Not in this life or the next life. The corn energy coming out. Something about money. Something about material wealth, resources arising in your life at this time. Peace, love, and life, or whatever it is that you're able to do where healing is concerned. Okay? It's given like you just know the truth, right? Period. I'm hearing Nip, right? When Nipsey Hussle, when he says, that's why they follow me home. Because they think I know the way. You understand? The sweat lodge. And it's giving this because you do. And you're telling these people the right thing right now. People need to detox. People need to go ahead and do that. And it's giving you have a power and an authority. You can actually set into action that, you know, give everybody forced detoxes. Look at that as like you did me, God. Look at it as peace, love, and like no bullshit. I wouldn't want to stop smoking all kind of shit I didn't want to do. And the Lord would literally, you know what I'm saying, make it so that I got to stop smoking and shit like that. You understand? And it's like, you ain't going to want to keep doing that shit. And that shit ain't good for you right now while you're going through all of that shit. You're going through all that coughing, that sneezing, that this, that. At one time it was a COVID. I think that's what it was, right? But it's like the COVID shit. I mean, I went to the doctor and stuff like that. They saying it wasn't COVID, but I swear that's what the fuck it was. You understand? And then they saying it wasn't shit wrong with me. But I was doing my readings. I was talking to the spirits, and they was warning me. They was letting me know you finna go through a forced detox. Look at that. And I was sitting there saying this shit on the internet too, like doing these personal readings, and I'm thinking like, well, maybe I'm not the only one. You understand? Peace, love, and light. So we got the middle world coming out, and that's the truth. Everything is the way it needs to be right now. So look past illusions to see the underlying order, and it's the truth. Okay, beloved energy coming out, where it's like you were recognizing God, and not just yourself, but in your other people around you. And things people say to you, you understand? Up in just a little bit of, I don't know, I'm saying the sun shining through the clouds type of shit, you understand? Peace, love, and light. But it's giving that, okay? And it's the truth. It's about a curse. Also, lately, people been sending a curse towards you to block your throat chakra, to stop you from talking and things like that. But you see the beauty way up in the situation, so that curse don't curse you. It might go back onto whoever sent the curse towards you, because you're speaking words from the Lord, regardless of whether the people liked it, the words that you were speaking or not. You were speaking words that the Lord wanted you to speak. However, you probably put your own little stank on it. You put your own little twist up on some shit. You understand? And that pissed some people off, but it was a message they really needed to hear. So if they did not take heed and they just decided to just go do some witchcraft on you, like, oh, because this person need to shut up. I kept hearing Cállate la boca. It was some Spanish people too. You understand? Period. I kept hearing it over and over again, and I was just laughing when I hear it. You understand? Like, and then I'm saying it back like, no, bitch, you shut up. You understand? You shut your fucking mouth. You close your fucking mouth, bitch. Period. That part right there, because I'm gifted. You understand? That part right there. It's not a fucking game. So yeah, they wanted you to be quiet. They wanted you to shut up and stuff. So we going, who the one who did it? because we want you. That part right there. Who did it? Because we want you. We only want that one. The one that felt like it was okay that you should just go do some witchcraft against me, right? We want you. We want your ass. You understand? Period. It's like they want you. And they gonna get you. Peace, love, and light. Oh my God, that part right there. Cause yeah, I told y'all don't fuck with me. You understand? I might just look like a little insignificant black girl, right? I think that's what God wanted me to look like or some shit. I don't know, right? Not just a normal person in general. I remember seeing this story about a slave. You understand that it was like he wasn't a slave, he was a freed man, right? But he was so beautiful apparently, right? And he comes stumbling across slave territory where they enslave people in the United States, somewhere in the South or some shit, but he's supposed to be some dark-skinned man with a profound beauty, not just handsomeness, beauty. Had different color eyes, but he was brown skinned, all of that type of shit. They said blue eyes that shine like crystals, right? But he had dark brown skin and shit like that, right? So this man went to somebody, and then it's a woman talking to him and shit, and she told him this happened after like a group of black people were lynched as well for some sort of wrongful, judgment against them. Okay, so this man ended up coming out of nowhere. Nobody know where he come from. Nobody ever seen him before. All of that type of stuff is if he just was made out of thin air, right? And he goes to talk to this woman, and she tells him to go to this man, and the man will know what to do with him. Pretty much, the man was a slave owner, right? And he a black man or whatever. That's what he's supposed to be. Like he out here, he a black man, right? So she tell him to go to this man, and the man to know what to do with him. The man did not want to really enslave the man because he felt like he's too handsome and all this and that. He got to be something special, right? So you shouldn't do nothing wrong to this individual, right? But the man ended up making him a slave because that was what they was doing up in those days, up in those times. You understand? So he made him a slave either way. Then he was like, he gonna sell the slave, right? Okay, because he can get a good dollar for that slave or whatever the case may be, a good amount if he sold that slave, right? So he's like set up some shit where he like have people come around to actually like view the slave, view the man or whatever, and they all falling like going crazy in their minds about how handsome he is, how strong he looks, how able he is, and how if they made him a slave, they'd be like the best family, looked at it as one of the best families or slave owners, or you know what I'm saying, that type of weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the slave actually brought value to them in their plantation type shit just because of how he looked and how he talked and things, how he spoke and things like that as well. Okay, so these people started to plot on this slave and how they were going to get it, and then they start going out their way and getting loans and all kind of other shit because some of them, they couldn't afford that price, but they was not finna allow themselves to like pass up on purchasing that slave. You understand? So shit got messy, but the slave told him that. The man told him that he wasn't a slave, but they made him one, right? But he told them that because he was so smart and they wasn't as smart as him. But his intellect wasn't just intellect. It was also wisdom. It was also divine wisdom. It was also some intuitive abilities and energy there as well. But he told them, do you see me? He told the man that made him a slave originally, do you see me? Do you see how those people look at me? Don't you know that once you actually set up this event where they're supposed to like bid money on me and things, it's going to get bloody. It's going to get all this and that. And it's not because of something that I'm going to do, but it's going to be because of how hard these people fight each other for me, over me. You understand? And it's all because you decided to make him a slave, right? They decided to make that individual a slave, right? And it's like, but they wasn't taking heed to his words either. So what's so crazy is on the day of that event, you understand, where they were supposed to sell him. Everybody gonna bid and things like that. Shit got reckless. You understand? Shit got reckless. If people died, all kind of shit. They was killing each other, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But he told them that shit was gonna happen. What's so crazy is they was all so distracted with the fighting, with all of the shit that they was doing and tearing each other down, that he just walked off. All of that shit, you know, period. You do this shit is crazy. Now, there's deep you know, understand message there, right? You understand? But yeah, some of that going on right now. You understand? At this time. Peace, love, and light. Gifts from God coming out. So we got fourth chakra here. That's the heart center. Somebody's heart center has opened up. It's no longer blocked if it was ever blocked. You understand? You're feeling feelings and emotions. You understand? And as well as opening up to the world. Probably being vulnerable and things like that, you know. But it's also you are expanding as well. It's like your love is felt all around the world, my baby. If you're giving out love to people, sending out love, it is being felt. It is being accepted, embraced. We got the strategy card here as well. This could be some sort of a plan. Somebody could be planning to do something nice for somebody. I'm being directed towards the little, what it looks like a music ballet or something like that, right? Where they like create the music song and they using the musical notes and all that type of stuff. I don't know if y'all can see that, if it's clear enough. Okay, this is supposed to be a good camera, but look. And then it's like something's magical about it, period. Whatever they have there, some about something in the journal log. And those words, the things are manifesting. You see how it's like looking like it's shining, light is coming out with symbols and stuff. So something like that, period. And it's like something that's actually manifesting that has been written is what I'm seeing here. And this could be something up in your journal log, something like that, an entry. Okay, peace, love, and light. Caring connections here. You could have wrote about some people in your journal. You could have wrote blessings down or wish people well and things. Is giving that caring connections as well. Shit. Yeah, you wrote about somebody. That person either they are your friend or they will become your friend, okay? But it say caring connections. So you have multiple connections, okay? That are very caring and things like that as well. Peace, love, and light is what I'm seeing here. Then you got blossom and abundance is the card that's underlined on the bottom of the deck. But right under that is door to value. So what is this? Your value increase when you meet some people? Did your finances go up when you met some people? Honestly, I was thinking about all of that type of shit. You know, the simple things that you say to people and all of that type of stuff as well. What I was telling y'all, it was like I was out in LA, right? And it was like I had a job and shit. I was doing well, but it was weird. I think it was my first time in LA. So it was about 3 years ago. Somebody was like, my first time in LA was 2022. Around this time. So it was about 4 years ago. Okay, so it was a man that was like driving an Uber or whatever. And he was talking to me. And it was about my job and stuff. And I had a good job, but the job wasn't paying well, right? And he was like, I don't like that for you. I'm wishing for you to get a job where you can make over $25, at least over $25 an hour type shit. And it's like, I'm thinking about that because of where I'm at right now in life and how well I'm doing right now. You understand? We done surpassed that and shit like that when it comes to having hourly wages and shit if we work jobs for other people and stuff like that. And for some reason, I just had thought about that, man, because he was one of the people. I didn't write him down in my book because it was just a little something. We talking. He said something, and you know, right? And it's like that. You never know if that, you know, there's just a person saying they wishing you well or a better experience or a career is concerned and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you like brush it off. It's just nice talk. You're sweet. You understand? Period. Like it's giving that, like, oh, you're so sweet. You understand? Period. No, like a person being nice to you and things, and it's giving like at a time where you're not really feeling well. But not only are you not feeling well, you're not being nice to other people, really. But something that you do or something that you say, these people look at you when they say, oh, you're so sweet. You understand? And it's giving that they not really nice to all people, okay? Period. That's what it is. So somebody assumes somebody is just a friendly person and they be friends with everybody and everybody can have access to them and they're nice to everybody. That's just their nature. That's just the way that they are. That's not true. You understand? So it's giving it exactly. Appreciate that when that person is kind to you, when that person is loving to you, when they're being endearing towards you and things like that. They don't do that to everybody. They may be like nice like that to children and people they don't know. They smile, they might say hi and things like that and things like that. But that's just common decency as a human being. You know, some people just like real shitty people that they won't say hi. They won't smile in public and stuff. That don't got nothing to do with me. You understand? Period. Right? And it's given like you do you how you do you, regardless of that. So some people could just be so judgmental that they see how you interact with people and you seem so loving, so sweet, and it's giving divine feminine energy as well, motherly, nurturing, all of that type of energy as well. Some people don't understand that because their mother was not that woman. She wasn't mothering, nurturing towards them, kind and things like that. Nor was their mother that way, nor was their mother that way. No other woman around them was that way either and shit. So they not really familiar with that type of shit. You know, people being kind, people asking them how they're doing and actually genuinely giving a fucking caring. And they not just asking you to ask you, they actually care, right? That type of shit. So we got gifts from God coming out and career transition. So I'm hearing a caring transition. I was just saying that, right? Period. It's like somebody now they starting to care. Now it seemed like it, right? They changing and things like that, right? But woo, that's what it was about. I was feeling like I wasn't channeling no energy, no messages to talk to y'all about. I just wanted to talk, right? But it was something, and it was like, do you give a fuck? Do you even care? Like somebody was feeling like that about somebody, like that person don't care about nothing or nobody. They don't got no feelings, that type of shit. And then it was like, oh, so now you care. You know, peace, love, and light. Y'all don't be condescending and stuff like that, rude like that. You could turn a person off. A person like me. Peace, love, and light. No bullshit. Oh, now you care. Oh, shit. Nope. I still don't. Now I don't think I care at all. I don't want to care. I ain't gonna care. Fuck you. That part. Now you want to be funny with me now when I'm trying to be vulnerable. Fuck you. Lord, peace, love, and light. Ain't nobody got time for the games right now. Don't even play no games. Don't make no stupid ass jokes. Just, period. Just get straight to the fucking point. Don't nobody got time for none of that bullshit. You will find yourself really looking and feeling stupid and getting the answer to that motherfucking question that you've been asking this whole time. Oh, does she care about me? Does she love me or no? Or are you going to get the fucking answer that you don't want? Because ain't nobody finna play no fucking games with you. That part. So we got compassion coming out, observer here. So that's compassion, soften your heart with respect to the situation and everybody involved, including you. Meaning you ain't the only one that was hurting, my baby. Right? Like I can sit there and tell that to myself, and that's why I forgave certain motherfuckers, because I wasn't the only one hurting, right? And I'm acknowledging that shit. Now you come up in my face with some stupid, silly, goofy, dumb shit. You understand? Thinking it's funny after you know I've been hating your ass. Don't play with me like that. Because it took for God to make me, to soften my heart towards your ass, to forgive you and accept you, whatever the fuck you want to come to say to me. So don't say no stupid shit. Moon cycles here. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestation and capitalize upon these cycles. Then you got loyal heart coming out after that. Because somebody's loyal. They been loyal. They been down. It ain't just about you. They a loyal person in their heart, right? And it's given that your friendship connection could have been strained with that individual. However, that person was always loyal towards you, even if they ripped your ass up when it comes to like talking shit to you because of some shit that was going on. They stayed loyal either way. You understand? So it's like that person, if that person anything like me, you just heard what I was just saying. Period. It is period. Because I didn't do shit wrong to you. Whatever I did wrong, it was with myself, towards myself. You understand? That type of shit. But motherfuckers that take some shit that you doing on your own, by yourself, with yourself, for yourself, towards yourself, like it's personal to them. And that's where the problems come in. When you judging a crackhead for being a crackhead and shit like that, but when they was a crackhead, they crackhead ways didn't affect you. But you so pissed off at them. They was a crackhead and they fucked their own life up. That type of shit, right? And now you pissed off at them because they did that and shit, but they really didn't do shit personally to you. But it's giving somebody, like, sometimes, yeah, they did. Them ways could have caused them to do stupid shit, to do fucked up shit, to not be considerate of the other people around them and shit. And they go spending up all the damn money and doing all this shit and all kind of shit. So I understand that. But if they was away from you and all of that type of shit, doing whatever the fuck they was doing out here, you should not have been thinking about them so much. You shouldn't have been taking all of that shit so personally. Just like I had to tell myself some shit like that about some shit before. You understand? And like y'all is not around each other. Them people doing whatever they doing by themselves to themselves. Right. And that's one of the ways God helped me to release somebody. Y'all remember that, right? That's true. And it was like I was going through some shit, and it was like I constantly been thinking about the person and shit like that, and I'm thinking like, oh, whatever, fuck it. And then I noticed that they was personally trying to make me mad, trying to make me jealous, trying to, you know what I'm saying, bait me into arguments and shit. And then when I started looking at it that way, then I noticed like, oh, this person is up on some, they really is trying to do some shit, but to me. But then I realized that I have a choice whether I give a fuck about whatever it is that they doing. I released care over that situation, released feelings of emotions and things like that for the person that was actually stepping out of line doing that shit as well, right? So now I don't give a fuck about you no more, bitch. You understand? And you want to be a disloyal friend. You want to be all of that type of shit, and it's given like, and I understand it. You hear me? Period. So now I understand it. Now that I don't got no fucking feelings and emotions for you no more. And if that's just the way you are, and looking at it now, you been that type of bitch. You been that way. You understand that type of shit. And that's with a friend of mine that ain't my friend no more. It was once a best friend type shit. That type of shit. But when you realize people jealous and envious of you, or that the lifestyle that you have, or sometimes they be in love with you low key, being weird, running off all the rest of y'all friends and shit like that, doing weird shit. You always wondering why. Looking at, now that person is personally inflicting on you, okay? But in most cases, people be just bad people on their own, and then we take it personal. That's what I'm hearing. Building blocks here. So all I said all of that just now just to say that. You understand? Some shit you took too personal, and it was really that person had lessons, personal lessons and shit in their life that they had to learn. They had to go through shit. You understand? Period. So, and it's like you took their journey, they journey through learning and things like that too personally, as though it was your journey. When you had your own walk, your own journey, sitting there so worried about somebody else shit that you was sitting there not moving when you was supposed to be up on your journey, moving, going places, doing things. You understand? But you was too busy focused up on somebody else, feeling things a little bit too deeply. So that's what I mean by we need to set boundaries for ourselves as well. Not just for other people. You can't sit around allowing yourself to be thinking about people too much, thinking about shit too much, especially things that you not able to change and stuff. Pray for serenity. Pray for peace of mind and heart. Somebody been going through it, right? I can only share certain things, you understand? When they're like, that don't even help y'all to know how to get through the shit or heal shit, certain people, you understand? However, it's like, listen, you gotta exactly, period. What did he say? All you gotta do what he said, get in with me. You understand? Because I'm not gonna be purposely, or I mean not purposely, exactly. We're gonna say whatever is being said right now. Because I'm not giving out the ways to fix certain things on purpose. I got people watching me, thinking they can do what I could do, trying to be me. You understand? So you gonna only hear so much. And some things, a lot of things gonna come without remedy for that exact purpose. So like I said, you wanna know really how to do some shit or get through some shit, certain shit, all you gotta do is get in with me. You don't get in with me, then that's you. That's on you. Because I see what's going on out here all too well, right? And it's like you could look at certain things as I don't know, like, oh, you're making changes, right? Period. You're the catalyst that's bringing change out here in the world and things like that. But I look at it as another way for the people to suppress or oppress me, right? If I come out with some sort of a trend, if I set a trend, if I do something different, and I stand out, right? And then my videos only get like 40 views, and then somebody come after me and do the same thing that I do, and then y'all let they shit just take the fuck off, right? Because they take, understand. So I see too much of that. So it's like now all of a sudden, period. Like even when the reels first came out, I was one of the first people like going viral with that shit, delivering messages from spirit, delivering like heartfelt messages to people as well, intuitive messages and stuff like that. And out of nowhere, my shit just stopped doing anything. Literally, when I post up anything, just stop. And that was a part of like what they said, shadow banning and all of that type of shit. And then it's like I started calling people out for the shit. And then it's like then I said, fuck that shit. You understand? Period. Because it's like y'all need to know what I know. And if I don't tell y'all, y'all won't know. So, oh well. Peace, love, and light. So we have comfort coming out. I'm helping you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Building blocks there. Everything coming together perfectly. And you got divine order for karma. You understand? And God telling you to look past the illusions just like I told y'all. So that's one of the first things I said when I started talking today up in this live video. I said look past the illusions to see the underlying order. Because that's what it's given right now. Things are being balanced out. You know, the scales are being balanced out. Then you got relationship harmony again. Peace, love, and light. So yeah, it's like God and them had to provide you with comfort while you were going through a very hard time, is what I'm seeing here emotionally. It's giving your heart was hurt, right? Period. Your heart needs to heal. That means your heart was hurt. Whether it was broken or not, it was hurt. You understand your feelings, your emotions. Something happened to the heart chakra. That's what that's talking about. But it's like you expanding your mind, period. Expanding your mind, expanding your perception. You understand, getting out of your normal environment and things like that, and even traveling and stuff like that. That was a divine strategy used by God. Not only by God, it's somebody that you are connected to in spirit who really cares about you. And they could have been telepathically sending you energy and messages and things like that, and love that was helping you to feel a certain type of way. You understand, feel loved and safe and things, and you start traveling and start doing things, and that's what brought this healing to you. It's what I'm seeing here as well. And as you moved around, you met new people, you met different people, even strangers and things who just would share comforting words and nice things with you, is what I'm seeing here. And that has brought you a whole lot of healing. Also help you to be able to heal a certain connection that you could have with somebody. Okay, the yang energy. So whoever this divine masculine is, okay, period. Higher power. In the orphan energy here. So it's like you was by yourself a lot, but it's because you needed to be. That's what I'm seeing here too. But now you don't. God's saying now that needs to be done with, over with. Have you been secluding yourself, isolating yourself on purpose, right? God said it's time to stop that. You understand? Maybe at a certain point in time you wasn't supposed to be around a person or certain people. And it's given when you were supposed to be around this divine masculine, but you had to take some time to yourself as well because you had insecurities and other things that you needed to work on, period, before you got around this person. Also, some sort of feelings of abandonment issues and things like that. It's like you need to learn to be by yourself. Some of y'all is because your man or woman could be somebody who could be in the army or some shit, or work in field of medical or period. Certain things that take them away from home and family for long hours, and you understand, sometimes they may have to do double shifts, sometimes they may have to travel for work and this and that and the third, with a leg up here, and soulmates. And it's like God, and that's the truth, soulmates, and then truth be told. So it's like you and your person both are outlandish people. What I mean by that is y'all not normal. You live different type of lifestyles. Yeah, you probably travel for work sometimes and things like that. You're people, meet different people and things like that. Business owners is what I'm seeing here. Some of y'all celebrities, you understand? So it's giving like two worlds colliding, period. Now look what come out. The divine feminine card, yin card come out. Then you got mending coming out. Flexible. And then the tribe. So it's giving like you leaning towards the tribe, right? With the flexibility as well. And it's giving like you having to heal a connection, a certain connection, divine masculine, divine feminine. However, what needs to be done is on behalf of divine feminine. There is some fixing or mending that divine masculine needs to do. And also it's because she don't want to be around certain tribe of people because of the situation that she is actually supposed to be a part of. Deep knowing. Peace. And then peace comes out. Then nurturing. Overcoming difficulties and clear audience. Okay. So nurturing, we was talking about that with gentle nurturing, gentle parenting, and things like that yesterday. That's what I'm seeing there as well. However, working with children or around children in a peaceful environment is also helping you to heal your own inner child, is what I'm seeing here as well. Somebody, you got gifts of clear audience is what I'm seeing here, so you can hear things, right, that are being said and done. Also, like, you get messages through words, visuals, but no, mainly like words that you are listening to and things, hearing people talk, sounds even, you understand, sounds even, that are not words, ping, that type of shit. You understand, period. And that's what I'm hearing, like somebody, and it's like, that's the, I can hear the money calling. Peace, love, and light. I can hear the money calling, you understand. So yes, that's a future song on what? He say something like that in one of his songs. Then you got hearing now. Focus on hearing now, right? Period. A change in the wind. Now something, there's going to be a change where something is concerned that's going to be like it's going to be happening soon. Okay, not in the future. It ain't the past. It's like in the now. The Fates card come out. Hello from heaven and clear audience again. Period. You hearing your ancestors talking to you and shit like that too. On what? I was hearing some stuff. Some of y'all hearing some stuff that y'all people was saying to y'all when they was here. That you know they always say it all the time type shit. That's what I'm hearing as well. That could make you feel good. Could have gave you a sense of feeling like, okay, they ain't never left me. They still here. So patience, healer of the ages, and the woman holding the heart. Okay. Man holding a coin in her line energy. So she's holding her heart, and he's holding his coin. But it's giving like she's protecting her heart and he's protecting his monies. You understand? She don't care about your monies. She care about her heart. Period. He not really worried about love and shit like that too much. He worried about his bag, his money, his business. However, this man being in this position with the man holding the coin is also a healer. Period. You understand? That's the truth. So he can have the abilities to heal your heart. Perhaps he buys you a gift and makes you happy. I don't know. You understand, period. The goddess of the moon card out. Envy in the reverse. Peace, love, and light. So the goddess of the moon here is like you're very intuitive, so you don't envy nobody else. You got blessings. You got your own blessings that you know of, like that part right there. So you're not running after what's belonging to somebody else or what's for somebody else. Is what I'm seeing here too. And you taking it easy. It's like you have a eureka moment, an aha moment in a certain situation. You know not to chase nobody. You know not to chase nothing. You understand? Period. Patience coming out, and it's like pretty much you learn to not move out of desperation, right? And instead of going to look for somebody to complete your heart or complete you, you understand, you just started to dress your own heart up. You understand? Period. Make it more beautiful. Like it's if it was a piece of a decoration or an ornament or something like that. You just make it better, you know? Like you see what she's doing to her heart and stuff like that. And it's giving like you can tolerate pain even. This lady carving out pieces of her own fucking heart. You understand? Period. Making designs and shit on her heart. Somebody, you could be a fucking tattoo artist and you tattoo yourself. And that's what I'm hearing as well. And it's like some things you could have put on yourself because you were going through a little healing phase. Peace, love, and light. And you was going through that healing phase. It was certain words and things like that that was standing out to you. And you put that on your body, right? Door to personal healing and happiness. Door to spirit. You were guided, divinely guided by spirit to do something like that. Peace, love, and light. Whatever it is that I'm hearing you wrote on yourself. You wrote a statement. You wrote something. Victory there. Peace, love, and light. Or a Bible passage or some shit like that. Peace, love, and light. Something in dedication to God. Okay? Somebody plan failed, y'all. Because you got some money. They thought you was going to be broke or something, but you're not. They had a plan against you. We got Karen connections and the victory coming out. What's good? Man holding the heart kind of coming out kind of like not so upright, because this man with the second chakra here is more so about feelings and shit like that with him. Sacred sexual energy and stuff like that as well. Peace, love, and light. Somebody don't do that. They don't do no kissing. Looking at us, that's what somebody said. I'm hearing Future for real. He don't do no kissing. He not really affectionate type of an individual, whoever that man is. You can't be my man then. The garden and the gate in the reverse. But this somebody man's. Who man's is this? Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Whose man's is this? I don't know. Door to romance here. And the thinking woman. You focused up on business, you know, learning, elevating yourself where your intellectual abilities are concerned. Not only that, you're somebody who's very experienced and wise, right? So it's like, you know, right now ain't the time for you to even be focused up on love or romance or relationships, or that's how you moving, right? However, yes, somebody could be feeling some type of way because they want you. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that shit. I'm hearing Bruno Mars. I'm hearing that song between him and Cardi B. When it's like, what he said, tease me, baby, turn around and just please me, baby. You got what I want and what I need. So there's somebody, but that's how they feel, and it's not really love. Yeah. However, it's something they feel is sacred about you. However, you may be the one that's like not seeing this man in a romantic way. Yeah, that could be you. Period. Okay, the garden and the gate in the reverse. Strategy in the upright, right? Period. So this man had a plan. Period. It's the truth. He really do like you, but his plan was on the long side of not showing that he likes you. Period. Not showing feelings, not showing emotions, not showing a vulnerable side. Period. Not really even letting you around him and his family to see how he treats his family members and things, so that you can have a more clear picture of the type of individual this person is, right? I don't know what kind of dumbass strategy that was, you understand? But that was his strategy. Now, it's a different strategy that God got going on with you. But it's giving like it's not really a strategy for you, but it's God's plan. It's giving you really don't like nobody right now. That don't make no sense. So God will soften somebody else's heart, and then, or soften your heart in a certain situation, or harden your heart. So you've been hardened against romance and love and emotions in those types of ways, but your heart chakra is open to a perfect and healthy place and state. So you actually do get love and show love in the world, but it's not romantic. That's crazy. Passion, gifts from God coming out. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career is given. That's where you've been putting the love in your love, in your career and things like that. But it's passion arising in your love life too. But you've been the thinking woman. I don't even know. That's crazy. Peace, love, and light. That sounds deep. You understand? Peace, love, and light. Like literally, it's like this person want to play on your emotions, so the Lord hardens your heart towards them. They can only come correct. Period. With genuine love and shit like that. With the victory card coming out, or don't come at all. Right? Period. Overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind you. You are surmounting any previous challenges, and you are a winner as a result. You got a victory here. You're a winner, period. Shout out to Giannis, because that's what I'm hearing, what he said when he won that one award. What they won. Was it the first time they won that playoff? I don't know. But he was like, winner, winner, chicken dinner, when they asked him if he had anything to say. Peace, love, and light. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So I don't know what's going on with that. You done got through them hard times. Peace. You done learn some lessons and stuff like that, fam. Peace, love, and light. Done got rid of whatever needed to be getting rid of and shit like that. What was it? What is it? Yeah, overcoming difficulties had a lot to do with letting go of a grudge that you could have been holding against somebody. Peace, love, and light. Right? Peace. You had to allow peace to take over. It's not over between you and that person. That's the whole point. What I tell you, I know you're not supposed to be hating on that person, fighting on that person, fighting with that person, energetically, spiritually, or none of that type shit. Period. Y'all not supposed to be doing that with each other. Sensitivity. Okay? You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now, so honor yourself, your feelings, and your emotions. That's the truth. And it's like you and somebody, y'all had beef, and y'all wasn't ever supposed to be beefing. You didn't even know that victory that you got was because of that person, right? The first time, or perhaps you did know, and y'all was on some bullshit, you see? Exactly. So I don't know. You understand? It's just that God told me not to be mad no more and mean to y'all. Peace, love, and light. And I'm going to listen to God. I trust in God. That part right there. Gifts from God. Brilliant idea. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Underneath that, we got deep knowing. And with that being said, everybody take care.